In everything you do, creativity is a huge part of it. Every breath you take, not to sound like Sting of the Police, but in all things that you do, your mind is constantly creating paths. Learning to listen to your creativity dissipates the conflict. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. I write in a forest. I go into these forests to listen. It all started at the Billy Graham Library right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's evolved into a lifelong journey. Something is always moving through me. It's my calling. These aren't my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest. Chapter number 292, December 12th, 2021. This is the time of year in Carolina that we enter what's called Tornado Alley. The Southeast becomes a bad weather magnet. Over 80 people lost their lives in Kentucky last night because of tornadoes. I looked at my forest through different eyes this new sunrise. Without preparation, the message out of Kentucky is to do all you can to be grateful and faithful in your place of right now. Our prayers go to every person and family injured by this unexplained natural occurrence. Looking at my trees, I can hear the waking birds, the scampering squirrels, and the silence in my soul because I have an enormous amount of need to ask, why, Lord? So I look to the trees for strength, to see their leafless limbs reaching outward to grab as much sunshine as allowed. They act as if they're carrying a message built not on asking why, but rather, where can I help out? You see, before COVID-19, we were still living in uncertain times, but learning to live with it doesn't mean to ignore it. While in question, take the time to study the trees. Learn how to stand tall. I'm amazed at how a tree can bend. Native American spirituality teaches us that we should walk the way of the willow. The willow has a way of really becoming a part of its atmosphere, no matter what time of day it is and what storm is moving through that process. In martial arts, we are trained to get into a position of strength by stepping into what's called the front stance, which is actually mimicking the cow. Can you believe that? Mimicking the cow for strength? Because in the uphill walks that each and every one of us are trying to conquer, we have to be able to be sturdy with our steps. And when we take those steps up a hill, if you can really put yourself in a position of the cow or the front step, you will find that any storm that hits you, you will be strong. I read a book about a man who stood on top of his house, a grand master in martial arts. He stood on top of his house during a hurricane because he wanted to test the strength of the front stance, the cow. He was never blown off that house, and he lived to write the story. What does your front stance look like? What is your balance? Where is your purpose and plan, and how are you growing forward during these times of uncertainty? And here's the thing about it. Uncertainty has always been with us. When you finally convince your heart that it's always been here, you can grow away from what you call uncertain times today. I'm not going to sit here and do some sort of history lesson. What I want to do is I want to put your eyes and your heart and your balance, your front stance, your cow in forward emotion. I'm Arroe, and these are not my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest.